and welcome to WMW's weekly newscast, bringing you the global waste management headlines. Coming up, New York City prepares for Ebola outbreak with special waste disposal measures. Big brands launch Collectivity scheme to drive sustainability. And HP's East Africa e-waste recycling programme makes progress. Following the recent death of the first patient to be diagnosed with Ebola in the US, New York City has been putting preparations in place to deal with the hazardous medical waste any potential patients could generate. Celia Quinn of the Division of Emergency Preparedness and Response gives us the details.
But our efforts to be prepared for an Ebola case have encountered certain challenges that I want to outline briefly. So first, the U.S. Department of Transportation regulations categorize Ebola-contaminated waste generated in the clinical care of a patient with Ebola as a Category A hazardous material. And that prevents the disposal of waste using a hospital's normal regulated medical waste contractor. Instead, the waste would have to be pre-treated in an autoclave, which is a steam sterilizer. And I have to say that this issue has been one of the most challenging for the hospitals that we work with to plan for, because the large amount of waste that would be expected to be generated by even one sick Ebola patient would be very difficult to handle in that manner.
Meanwhile, in a separate press conference, Dr. Ross Wilson, Chief Medical Officer for New York Health and Hospitals, explained that any patient found to have Ebola will be transferred to the city's Bellevue Hospital Centre.
If we move to having a confirmed patient, then those patients will be transferred to here, to Bellevue Hospital, regardless of where they presented. And we have built in this hospital a dedicated isolation area specifically designed for confirmed patients. A lot of attention and a lot of guidance from CDC and from the City Department of Health has been directed to dealing with waste, with medical waste. And the process is the waste has to be autoclaved, which is to basically taken up to a very high temperature and essentially sterilized in the way that you would sterilize an instrument for use in the operating room.
A coalition of some of the world's biggest companies and non-profit organisations has launched a global digital platform to drive social, economic and environmental sustainability. The group, known as Collectivity, published this video explaining its goals.
We're facing a financial and ecological crisis.
We live in a world where it's very easy to not make a change.
Some people do say, why should I care about this?
People are unaware of what they can do to take action. Really what it's about is, how do you make it easy to be able to change a simple piece of my daily routine, to be able to have some sort of positive net impact?
I wanted to do something in the place that I live to make a change. I wanted to start with me. I'm one of the founders of the Restart Project, which helps people use electronics for longer. The way in which we're consuming electronics is just not sustainable.
If everybody takes one small step, then suddenly 10,000 people have taken a small step.
There's an opportunity for a better world.
In every community, we have the skills to change the way we live.
I think one of the big keys is connectivity.
It's race, it's the system, it's politics, it's everything. The youth really are the future.
And finally, Hewlett-Packard has published an update to its e-waste recycling scheme in East Africa. The company said that the self-sustaining programme is intended to create opportunities for micro-businesses and new jobs, as well as to contribute to a circular economy. Here's more.
There's been an increasing load of electronics that are coming into the country.
With regards to electronic waste, is the pollution, dumping and burning creating a health and environmental hazard. In addition, Kenya has high unemployment, especially among the youths. In 2013, HP partnered with East Africa Compliant Recycling and German investment organization, DEG, to create a large-scale recycling facility and Kenya's first ever registered collection network. The collection points operate as micro-businesses, purchasing end-of-life equipment from trained and registered informal collectors. They then sell this equipment to the EACL for processing.
It's got an emphasis on bringing European standards to Africa and working to protect the health and safety of its employees.
For WMW, I'm Ben Messenger. Thanks for watching.